and welcome to Wrestle Talk with Arabbidb3aver. And joining us today, some promotions such as, but not limited to, the National Wrestling Alliance, the National Wrestling Alliance JCP, School of Morton, Southern Pride Championship Wrestling, Coastal Carolina Wrestling, Beside the Ring Championship Wrestling, and many, many others, is none other than White Lightning himself, half of the newly crowned NWA US Tag Team Champions, and the newly crowned East Tennessee Heavyweight Champion himself, Mr. Casey Cazana. Mr. Cazana, thank you for taking the time to come back and be here today. We have a lot of questions for you, and a lot of stuff has gone on. Are you ready, sir?
I'm ready whenever you are.
Excellent. Let's just start. Let's dig right into it. Well, first and foremost, we have to pick up at Fright Night where we left off for the School of Morton. What a night that was. And man, the buzz from our videos that we taken and the photos that we have taken from our page has been unreal. So tell us about how the newly crowned East Tennessee Heavyweight Champion is making out these days.
I'm doing pretty all right. As you can see, I got a title my brother held, a title that was first held by Dr. Tom Pritchard with his blood all over it. If you haven't watched that match between Jimmy and Dr. Tom was phenomenal. Just like mine and Evan's match was probably match of the night, selfishly, obviously. But I'm pulling up pretty great. Feels really cool when Ricky Morton comes into the new building and is speechless because you know me, Ricky talks more than anybody.
Yes. He does, and he is never short of words, to say the least. And you mentioned something a little bit earlier. You said that you had the best match of the night. If it wasn't the best match, it was one of the best matches of the night, for sure. And you were facing none other than the Golden Child, Evan Golden, for that right there, East Tennessee Heavyweight Champion. And as we see, you won that thing. You got it home, and he lost a bet here. So the next time he comes on the show, you better get him one of these, Mr. Cazana. One of these beautiful shirts. He's got to wear one for us. Isn't that right?
Yes, sir. That's right. That's right. Evan put his money where his mouth is.
And if you guys want one out there, you can get one by scanning this QR code. It'll take you directly to Angry Lemonade under the Country Gentleman, or you can go to angrylemonade.net and type in the Country Gentleman, and it'll pull this beautiful page up for you right here, and you can get you one of those Country Gentleman shirts for Mr. Casey Cazana, White Lightning himself, and his brother AJ as well. So we've got to move on just a little bit, though. But, I mean, you had a heck of a night, did you not? I mean, we've got some footage from that's going to happen here. You were dancing around the ring. You were very excited. Evan Golden thought that he was going to be excited. But, man, you took the fight right to him, right on the outside, as we're going to see here in just a second. And it just started off. I mean, you had a great night there.
I thoroughly enjoyed it. We were, not next to last. There was one match after us, but where we were, I think it was perfect place. We were going out there, and look at this guy. He has no idea what's coming. Next thing you know, you see a flying Cazana.
Yeah, you do.
And this match just was everything I wanted. I loved everything that happened in it. Everything.
Oh, man. It was just timed perfectly, placed perfectly. I mean, and this is even before the bell rang. I mean, you guys are just going all out before the bell even rings on the outside, just making sure that the fans are getting involved. And that's what pro wrestling is all about, making sure the fans are involved, making sure you're having a great match, you're making sure you're having a great time, and you're beating the heck out of the person you hate the most in the world.
There was a funny story. Evan was like nowhere to be seen. Nobody saw him once I got to the building. I'm like, hey, Evan's been talking that trash. Where is he at? I want to confront him. I want to confront him before this match. Who knows? We might have the match right now. He was nowhere to be found until he walked through the curtain.
Well, he definitely pulled out all the stops. A little bit later on in that match, it looked like he was going to have the better of you, but you came out strong, and you won that match, and you definitely are holding all the gold now. As the new champion, are you going to be a fighting champion for the School of Morton?
100%. My first defense is actually this Saturday. I won it Sunday. I'm already defending it Saturday at the Battle of Burton.
The Battle of Burton, you say? What's going to be taking place at the Battle of Burton?
You find me and Mega Destroyer one-on-one. And this is breaking news right here. We are opening the show with the East Tennessee Heavyweight Championship title match.
That is awesome, Mr. Cazana. Now, you have a history with the Mega Destroyer, don't you?
You're telling me when I was Kurt Cazana back in the dark days, he was my first real feud in professional wrestling.
Tell us a little bit about it. Let's go into that.
We were, where was it? Southern States Wrestling for Bo James, one of the probably great wrestling historians. It was his place, his promotion, and we just tore it down everywhere we went. Me and
wow.
Megan putting on 10 bangers after banger after banger.
Absolutely, Mr. Cazana. Now, you got to know that this Battle of Burton, he's not going to be taking you very lightly, especially since you've grown the way that you've grown in the wrestling business. And he's gonna have some stuff for you. So are you going to be ready for him?
Oh, I'm ready. I'm always ready. I'm locked in, ready to go.
Your brother just came in and said that you got some new promo picks, it seems.
We do. Yeah, I got to get some new ones now because I got this little title right here.
I know you got one with RT3, and we showed it a little bit earlier, and we'll show it again here in just a second. Let me find it for you. Right here it is. RT3 got crowned the new heavyweight champion of SOM as well while you were there. Like you said, he was the last match of the night, and I believe you were calling that match because somebody decided that the contract wasn't good enough for him, and you needed to come out there and call it. Can you talk just a hair about that?
Yeah, apparently EC Dangerously, my personal friend, wasn't too thrilled about his contract. Scotty B apparently was stiffing him on his pay. So, I mean, I think EC did the right thing. He ain't going to do anything else till he sees some money. And so he's like, my best friend Casey Cazana already got paid his hefty price, so he can call the main event. So I guess that's where it went. I came out there. I was like, Rob, what are we doing? He's like, you're calling this match with me. I said, all right.
And you did. You did such a fine job there at the last match, the last thing that was taking place there between Draco, who put his career on the line against RT3 and the World Heavyweight Champion as well. I mean, it was just a phenomenal match overall, and Draco was a man of his word. I thought at the end of the match, he definitely was not going to be, but he definitely was. And same thing with you, Mr. Cazana. You are a man of your word when you promise not only to mop the floor with the Golden Child, but to leave him in a pool of his own blood on the outside. And the look that he had on his face, the disgust he had on his face when your hand was raised and that title was put around your waist was definitely priceless, to say the least, Mr. Cazana.
It was definitely a great moment. Like I said, when Dr. Tom held this title, when your brothers held this title is pretty much in the family. And it was a great moment to have Dad come out there.
Absolutely.
A little bit of a guiding light in his life. So who knows? If Evan can get Eddie Golden off the couch and stop playing Fortnite, I can take me and my dad against him and his dad any day of the week.
Well, I'm glad you mentioned Michael Gabriel. See, because there was a point in the match where the ref went down. We're not going to say what happened because it was precarious circumstances there, but the ref went down, and when Mr. Michael Gabriel decided that he was going to interfere, but that didn't stop you. Do you have any words for Mr. Michael Gabriel?
I didn't even know he was around. Like last time I heard of him, he was on his 2-month hiatus. He wasn't supposed to be there. I don't know why he decides to come get in my business, but it's far from over with me and Michael Gabriel because he hit me with a chair. That's real messed up.
Do you think that since he decided to get involved, he should be your first challenger for that title?
You know, funny you say first challenger because we're going to start a new era with SOM, new era with 2 new champions. So I'm going to be a fighting champion. I'm going to start doing KC Open Challenges at School of Morton every show. And who knows, if Michael Gabriel decides to put his name in the hat and it gets drawn and his music plays, I'll gladly whoop him from one side of Newport to the other.
In a brand new building, by the way, 128 Five Rivers Plaza in Newport, Tennessee, the brand new School of Morton is going to be under a new era. The Casey Cazana era is going to start with that East Tennessee Heavyweight Championship. And Mr. Casey, I'm so glad to hear that you're going to be a fighting champion. But we do have to move on just a little bit because you have so much going on in the world of wrestling. Let's talk about what's going on in November in Elizabeth, Tennessee at Beside the Ring Championship Wrestling. Tell us what's going on, baby.
We're Beside the Ring Wrestling. We're me and my best friend, one of my close friends, Connor Martin, rookie sensation, the Iron Raider, is facing two guys called YTB. If you watched my promo already, I don't know if you haven't, but I go, what does YTB even stand for? I have no idea. So to me, it stands for y'all the bums.
Absolutely, Mr. Cazana. But you gotta realize at some point in time, you might meet your match. You know, I was always told that if you put two dogs together, the hungriest dog is gonna fight like it's its last meal. These kids might be hungry. They might be a little bit hungrier than you are. And if they are, will you eat those words if they are to beat you at none other than Happy Valley High School on that beautiful day, the 23rd, in Elizabethton, Tennessee?
If they get lucky enough to beat me and Connor, I'll gladly get up, shake their hands out of respect. But the funny thing is, they're over there getting history lessons. Over there, I know they're scouting me. I know they know exactly who I am. I've never heard of either one of these two guys, and they want to say that I'm not as good as them. I'm nowhere near like the athletes both of them are. But they need to stop worrying about me and start worrying about Connor Martin. Connor is not even a year into his professional wrestling career. He's already a champion in a promotion. Well, something just fell. I don't even know what that was. I got scared. He's already a fighting champion. He is unpredictable. Like, Connor can come out there. Have you seen him? You've seen Connor, right?
Absolutely. The Iron Raider of professional wrestling. He is stacked and jacked, and he brings such an intensity to the ring. It's incredible to see him. He's definitely must-see TV each and every time that he steps inside the ring.
So me and Connor Martin, you put one of the greatest tag team specialists on the planet. Thanks to AJ. I'll give AJ credit to that one, helping me become a tag team connoisseur. Put me with Connor. Two big SOBs that love to fight and that love wrestling. So if the bums want to come up there to Elizabethton, Tennessee, Happy Valley High School, they better bring their fighting shoes. They better bring some mouthpieces because me and Connor are going to hit them right in the mouth.
Absolutely. I couldn't agree with that more. There's so much more going on that card. Would you like to speak just a little bit about what's happening there as well?
I know we got my personal friend, Heathy baby. We got Buff the Stuff Bagwell's going to be there. Evan Gold, he's that guy. The gold collector that has one title right now. Blade and Luke Fury, I like both those guys. Easy Money's supposed to be there. How the hell does he get on the graphic, but I can't get on the graphic? That's beyond me. That's about all I got to say to that one.
Well, Mr. Cazana, we know that your feud with Evan Golden is still white hot in his own mind. Do you see him foresee him trying to ruin your night at Beside the Ring Championship Wrestling?
Let's just say if he goes and tries to ruin my night, he's the main event. I'm not the main event. So I can go out there and make sure he loses that Beside the Ring champion to Heath, and Heath can take that big gaudy belt back to wherever he's going.
Speaking of Beside the Ring Championship Wrestling, you're talking about Heath Slater here. Do you foresee Evan Golden losing that title to Heath Slater as well?
Absolutely. Like, Heath is one of the best to come. Great guy, great wrestler. He's got kids, obviously. Like, if you can't mention Heath without the kids.
That's right.
But no, I see Heath walking out the new Beside the Ring champion, because Easy Money's supposed to be handcuffed to the ring apron, if I'm not mistaken, to the ring, so nothing happens with him. And we got Buff Bagwell there to make sure Evan doesn't try anything funny.
Well, that's going to be very interesting that you mentioned that because Buff Bagwell being the special enforcer, I do believe, for that match is definitely a wild card, especially with all the history between Bunkhouse Buck, the Goldens themselves, and Buff Bagwell. That might be a very interesting show and a very interesting thing. Do you think that Buff might be in the pocket of the Goldens?
If he's in the pocket of the Goldens, I got to talk to Buff, because if it has to go that low in this world to get in the Goldens pocket, I feel very bad for Buff Bagwell.
I would too. We've got to move on just a little bit. Now, earlier I announced you as one half of the United States Tag Team Champion, and the boy has the NWA. How has the NWA been treating the country gentlemen? Extremely well, winning those titles at 76. I know you have a big match coming up at Samhain. Talk to us about it. Where is the gentleman's mindset going into this match?
We're out here on the ranch. Me and AJ were doing the ranchy things, the ranchy boy stuff. His dad tells us what to do. It's 6-man tag team action, if I'm not mistaken. It's me, Big Brother, and Dad, Joe Cazana. That's right, Joe Cazana stepping inside the squared circle for the first time in a long time against the Slime Balls and a mystery partner. And if I don't know who in their right mind would partner with the Slime Balls, but whoever it is, we're not scared. We're going to bring the fight to you. And we're going to win. We're the country gentlemen. We're the Cazanas. We run the NWA.
Well, I've got to say something here, because in the recent days, we've seen the Slime Balls get some toolage from Carson Drake at Exodus Pro, and they've got some sort of magic over the Slime Balls, because it seems like they're listening to him. Do you think that we've got to give him credit for being the person, the power? I mean, the Slime Balls aren't the same tag team that you faced at the Territories or at Power earlier in the year, and I believe that might be to the mind of Carson Drake trying to help them.
That could be, or it's just the Slime Balls are evolving with their sludge that they have at Slimeball City. I don't know what is in Slimeball City, but what makes Carson Drake want to go there, that's beyond me. He can go. He can have the balls. They're getting better. Me and AJ are getting better, so we're not really worried about Slime Time Tommy and Slimeball Sage.
I think you might ought to be, though, especially with Carson Drake coming and backing them here recently, as we've seen. And it would be very interesting if they choose Carson Drake to be their third man. I mean, are you ready and prepared for that? One of the hottest men in the NWA stepping in their side to help them out.
That's if he escapes hell. He is in a Hell Awaits match with Max the Impaler for the NWA Television Championship.
That's very true. Very true.
So if he wants to worry about, listen to this, if he wants to worry about his title match or a non-title match, that's up to him. I don't care who they pick. It's just know we're coming in for a fight.
That's very interesting to see and to say. We know that you all are going to be defending those titles each and every week. As long as you win them at Samhain, you're going to have that each and every week for us, and we're going to be enjoying the ride with the country gentlemen on NWA television. Isn't that they just changed networks? Did they not? Did they not just move to X?
We are on X, formerly known as Twitter. So we're airing stuff right now. I think tonight, there was one tonight that aired with Max the Impaler versus Grimm. The Liberty Brawl match 2 between the Immortals and BFT. Who else was on this? I think Carson Drake and Brian Idol wrestled. What is Dad saying? I don't want to read what Dad's saying.
He said Carson Drake better stay away from the gents' business.
Agreed. What other match? There was a junior heavyweight match between Spencer Slade and who was it? Boz. And then you had the girls of Holly Hood, Haley J, Tiffany Nieves against Pretty Empowered Kinsey and Kylie Page. So this card was pretty stacked tonight.
Well, I hope at Samhain you guys destroy the slime balls and send them all the way back to Slime Ball City where they belong. The NWA has many tag teams extremely deserving and would be very grateful for the opportunity to have a shot at those United States Tag Team Championships. Let's just say there's one of the fixers that is definitely fixated on those titles. And we know that Wrecking Ball Legursky and Jay Bradley, not too long back, had an obsession with those titles. Do you think that they deserve a shot for those titles, sir?
I mean, if they want to tussle, we'll tussle. But I think Wrecking Ball is still a little obsessed with what's not his, because today he posted a picture with them with the titles. So he needs to get his mind on trying to get an opportunity at these titles instead of thinking he's still the United States Tag Team Champions.
Agreed. He's so delusional. Several months ago, he went as far as to steal the titles away. So you gotta think inside your own mind. If he's willing to go that far with it, will he still be willing to go that far or even farther against the gentleman if he gets the opportunity?
I mean, with Wrecking Ball, you can never tell what's going on through his brain. And then he has Jay Bradley calling the shots. There's no telling, but you can never count out the fixers because they're both pretty big guys. That's a lot of man meat in the ring, and I know I'm a pretty big guy, but AJ can tussle with them. I'll just run and hide behind Big Brother like I always do.
Very interesting to say that, sir. I wouldn't really say that you're hiding behind your big brother. I would say that your big brother has the muscle to take care of anything that comes his way. And you have the high flying ability and the action inside the ring, the quickness and the speed to counteract anything that Wrecking Ball Legursky or Jay Bradley might be bringing your way, sir. That's how I would put it.
Yeah.
Now, go ahead, sir.
No, I was just going to say, I was agreeing with you.
So I hope, I really hope that in the days to come, we might get to see that match. I don't know if we will, but I would be a fighting man and a betting man and say that actually might happen sooner than later. Now, we know the tag team division is so action-packed. Any opportunity that you will have will be meeting some of the best in the entire world in the National Wrestling Alliance. I have heard grumblings behind the scenes from the Blockbusters, Toby St. James and Jordan Sparks, who have made the claim you're just really small fish living in a really big pond. Would you like to respond to this, sir?
Yeah. They are the NWA JCP Tag Team Champions. We're the United States Tag Team Champions. If they want to fight so bad, if they want to say we're small fishes in really big ponds, then we could square up inside the ring, which it's a crime. The Country Gentlemen and the Blockbusters haven't had a tag team match in any capability or capacity, whatever the word is. I think that's a crime. We're robbing the people of probably one of the greatest tag team matches that's probably what ever happened if we ever decided to lock up. But they're talking an awful lot from barely being at the dance.
Those are very strong words. You said barely being at the dance. That's very interesting to hear, sir. Especially from one of the hottest tag teams currently on the independent circuit, and coming from one of the current tag teams that is one of the hottest tag teams on the independent circuit. In such a short time, they have claimed a lot of titles in a lot of territories, and they've been able to defend them and hold on to them really well. So if they got the opportunity, if they have the opportunity against the Country Gentlemen, do you see the Country Gentlemen coming out and being victorious?
Always. We have something that they don't have. We have Joe Cazana in our corner at all times. So it's always, we have the numbers game, the 3-on-2 numbers advantage. And we also do things by the book. So the Blockbusters better be careful, because if they keep running the mouth, I'll just have AJ beat them up as I watch and laugh.
Very interesting. Very good words there for them directly. The blockbusters are definitely must-see TV as well. They're definitely setting the independent wrestling world on fire, and I hope that we get that match either in the major NWA or JCP as well. I would love to see that come to fruition as we've talked about it today, sir. We spoke briefly about this earlier about what's going to be going on at Morton, Virginia. We want to revisit that real quick, sir, because I know that's going to be coming up the 9th, November the 9th. It's going to be happening right around the corner. The Battle of Burton is going to be taking place. So let's just get on it. You're going to be facing none other than the Mega Destroyer. You have lots of history with the Mega Destroyer. He was your first match in professional wrestling, correct?
He was one of them. My very first match in the professional wrestling was with East Tennessee legend Toby Farley.
Toby Farley, yes, absolutely. The strong style fighter.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm going to tell you right now, the Battle of Burton seems to be adding up really quick. It looks like there's a lot of people on this card that are going to be doing a lot of things. But your rivalry here with the Mega Destroyer is definitely going to be something that we're going to be watching very closely to see what happens here. And I'm going to put it up on the screen for everybody to see right there. That's going to be taking place Saturday, November 9th at 7:30 p.m. John I. Burton High School Gym is where it's going to be taking place at 109 11th Street Southwest, Morton, Virginia. Get your tickets now, guys. Call up. Get your tickets right now. Get them available so you can see none other than White Lightning, Casey Cazana. Give the lightning line to none other than the Mega Destroyer right there. And then November 9th. Would you like to say anything to the Mega Destroyer, sir?
Mega Destroyer, you know what I can do. I know what you can do. Just be prepared. I've gotten 10 times better. I've added a little bit more weight to my bag, a little bit of East Tennessee Heavyweight Championship, a little bit of probably the heaviest title in the NWA United States Tag Title. So I am more than prepared for Mega Destroyer, and I hope he is the same for me.
Absolutely, sir. Now, we've got to ask you about this since the card is so stacked. Mr. Cazana, it seems to be that one of your rivals, Dr. Joe Briggs, is going to be taking on RT3 as well. You're taking on the Mega Destroyer, as we spoke about, but the Stu Crew is going to be there. Octavius Black is scheduled to be there, along with Jimmy Valiant and the Iron Cross. Evan Golden, Marty Clay, Connor Martin, Tyler Shoup, and so many more are scheduled to be there. What are you most excited about to see on this card, sir?
I think, honestly, besides my match, of course, if I had to pick one match, or I couldn't pick one, there's about two of them that I'm really excited for. And it's Tyler Shoup and Marty Clay. And then obviously I'm excited to watch Joe and RT3 go at it.
Marty Clay is such an underrated performer inside the ring. He has such a great ability, such a good look, and he definitely knows what he's doing inside the ring. Very safe. You can tell whoever trained him definitely trained him well because he tries with the impact inside of his mind to do it as safe and as effective as possible. So I have to brag on Marty Clay for just a minute now that you've mentioned him for a couple reasons. For one, the man is just phenomenal inside the ring. And for two, I think that he's going to have his hands full at the Battle of Burton, but I think he's going to come out victorious. What do you think, sir?
That match is a toss-up. It can go either way. Marty Clay could give Tyler Shoup a ride around Dead Man's Curve, or Shoup can show him who trains hard.
Absolutely, sir. We are looking forward to it no matter what, Mr. Cazana. Now, we're running out of time. We've just got a few minutes left here. Would you like to say anything to anybody watching tonight, sir?
Not really. Not tonight. Everything I've happened, I'm pretty exhausted over the weekend. Evan beat the shit out of me. I beat the shit out of him, so I'm pretty tired. But nothing I really got to say. Yeah, I have nothing. I have nothing. That's really weird. I have nothing to say.
I know.
Nobody to call out tonight. Nobody.
It's like you had that itch scratched over the weekend for everything that was going on with Evan Golden.
I think I did. I beat Evan Golden. I took a title that rightfully belonged to the Kazanas. And I'm content for a while.
Absolutely, sir. Now, before we go, I have to give everybody the opportunity to follow you on Facebook, if nothing else, sir. Is that okay with you?
Always.
All right, I'm going to list it right down here below. You can follow Casey Cazana right there at www.facebook.com/Kurt Cazana, and we're going to show you what the page looks like right now, guys. So this is how you're going to find him. He's got Samhain 2 up there from a couple weeks ago that was going to be happening there. And then look, you can check him out right here. He's got all of his promos up, everything, all of his pictures that are going to be there, and also the cards where he's going to be at and is available. You can catch him right there. And we also, as we mentioned earlier, the Country Gentlemen have new merchandise up, new merchandise available. You can catch them all right here at Angry Lemonade and search in for the Country Gentlemen, or you can check out this QR code right here and get you some Country Gentlemen merch today with White Lightning Casey Cazana. And Casey, I am so happy that you were here. I'm so glad that you came through today and that you talked to me about professional wrestling and all of the promotion that you're going to be involved in. I think one of the unsung heroes of professional wrestling and one of the unsung families of professional wrestling for many, many years. I know that everybody looked at you guys as just basically bump bags. Let's just say it like that. I'm trying to be nice and family friendly here, but for everything to turn around the way that it's turned around for your family and the way that everything has happened, I believe that your family is on the right track, and you had everything come back tenfold to your family for just being persistent inside the business. Would you like to speak about that for just a moment?
It's very like full circle moment, I think, when it comes to the Cazanas of professional wrestling, because when my great grandfather John Cazana was over here in the early 50s and all that jazz, he was like an NWA territory way back when, and then it got brought out by Ron Fuller, brought out by Jim Cornette, turned out to be Smoky Mountain Wrestling, and then now for Dad to be in charge of the NWA territory, I think it's really full circle about him. That for him, full circle moment for me this year would probably be like winning the United States tag titles, winning these. Let me put this beautiful belt down. Would be winning these right here, because I don't know if you know, but my debut match on NWA was for the NWA United States tag team titles. I keep throwing these thumbs up, and this bubble keeps coming.
That's all right. You just throw it out.
And for me and AJ to finally claim them, to them be ours, the Country Gentlemen are probably the top 10 tag team in the world. Or at least in the United States. We're United States champions. At least the top team in the United States. So I'm very grateful. I'm very grateful for everything that's happening in my life right now, and I could not be more happy.
Well, we're definitely happy for you guys. We're definitely happy for the Cazana family. We know that AJ was going to be going to Great Britain here, and he's going to be, putting out the promotion for you guys, basically, and holding some seminars, also wrestling while he's over there, and putting out the brand while he's over there. And I got to tell you, I couldn't be more happy of AJ for doing that, especially while he's young. I mean, the man is just traveling, and he's a beast, and he's going to be helping a lot of people overseas reach their dreams and reach their goals. So I've got to give that to the Cazana family. The Cazanas are not only a United States family, they are an international family that's helping other wrestlers and other professional wrestlers go through. And speaking of helping other wrestlers, we know that you took one of the spots as a trainer at the School of Morton. Is that correct?
I am the assistant trainer for the beginner class at School of Morton. Kinsey Page is the head coach, head trainer. And with her and I, both being her the NWA World's Women's Champion, I'm an NWA champion. You come to us, you get seen. And it's like, I'm very honored for it, because for my short time in wrestling, I've been around it my whole life. I told somebody, I was like, I've only been doing it for like almost 2 years. And he goes, you've been doing it for 20. You took your first headlock takeover and you were 2 years old. I was like,
right.
I'm a 20-year vet if you want me to. But I'm very honored to do it. I'm very happy to do it for Ricky Morton, for School of Morton. I'm glad they picked me and Kinsey, because Kinsey and I are probably the two young talent, young people. Because I don't believe it or not, her and I are the same age. We haven't even touched 25 yet. We're still 3-4 years away from that. And so us getting these opportunities where we are, taking them and running with them, and trying to make School Morton go from here to go to here is our goal as trainers.
And I believe you're going to get it there, sir. If ticket sales were anything, if they say anything, you had almost double your pre-orders that you normally get for a show, and you packed that place out. So you guys have started the right path, and you're going to be on the right path for very many years. And moving forward, I think that Ricky Morton sees something in you that he saw in himself when he was younger. And I believe that that's one of the reasons why he chose you to be on this journey as a trainer, because he sees everything inside of himself, all the good qualities that were inside of himself in you. And he knows that he's going to be able to put people's lives not at risk with you, but he's going to be able to make sure that they're safe, make sure that they're secure, and that the training that they're going to get is top notch, and they're going to be able to move on to the next level when it's their time, when they get their bell called, when they get that phone call to move on up. And I think that that's going to be a perfect position for you to be in, to say, well, I helped with this person and I can vouch for this person and I can do that. So I really respect the fact that Ricky chose you, and really respect the fact that he chose Kenzie, especially with everything that's gone on in their family, the ups and downs for many, many years. I remember when they were running the Newport territory by themselves, they were struggling to put more than 5 people into the seats at one point in time. And to see how far they have come as a family, how far they have come to be affiliated with the NWA and to be affiliated with the School of Morton. And in the same town, they're filling up arenas like they filled up on Sunday night. My God, I'm telling you, that's a full circle for them. And I could not be prouder of you, prouder of Kenzie Page, prouder of the Henry family whatsoever. And I've got to say, sir, for a full circle, it's been a great success story for both families moving through. So we're looking forward to the things to come, Mr. Casey. And I got to thank you for being here tonight, but I believe I'm all out of time. So would you like to come back sometime, sir?
If you allow me to, I'm always down to come back.
Absolutely. We would love to have you come back, sir. Anytime that we're available, we will get with you after we are done promoting our show for you. So thank you so much for being here, Mr. Cazana. And remember, guys, you heard it here first on Wrestle Talk with the Rabid Beaver. And before we go, we have lots to talk about here tonight. All right, guys, so we already talked about the merchandise that's going to be available for Casey Cazana, but we have merchandise available as well. If you guys would love to support the show and help us keep on the air and love to make sure that you're taking care of us as well, you can do it right here by clicking that QR code or going to www.streamlabs.com/Arabbidb3aver and catching your Wrestle Talk with the Rabid Beaver merch. We also have our Camel Toe Adventures merch, which is our band. We have that merch that's up and available as well to you guys. And we also have the Nerdy Gaming with the Rabid Beaver merch, which is on that page as well. You can definitely support our channel and support us by doing that 100%. And if you guys just want to make a one-time love gift, you can do it 2 ways to us. You can do it through streamlabs.com, or you can do it right here under this QR code to none other than streamelements.com. We would gladly select them both. And guys, if you want to know what type of mic we're using and you want to be able to use it, you can give AJ3aver a call today at sweetwater.com. His number is 800-222-4700, extension 1325. Give Mr. AJ3aver a call today and get you a great mic to be able to do something like this with. And I think that's going to be all the time we have for today, guys. Thank you guys so much for coming in and joining us wherever you're at. Those of you on YouTube, those of you on Facebook, those of you that joined on Kick, those of you that joined on Twitch, those of you that joined on Twitter, those of you on Daily Motion, those of you that were out there in TikTok. I appreciate each and every one of you guys for coming in today and making this possible. Without you, none of this is possible. So thank you so much. And until the next time, you heard it right here on Wrestle Talk with the Rabid Beaver first.